Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the ace match of Samsung Con versus SKT1. These two very storied and amazing StarCraft franchises. Like, can you call them franchise? Sure, you know that's what they call them in other sports. But yeah, we're gonna go franchises. These two great StarCraft franchises. It's only fitting that they would go to an ace match, and it's only fitting that these two wonderful players, these two great PvPers, are gonna be around. This is gonna be Song Byung-yu, Stork, and Kim Tae-kyung. Bisu and Stork, and all of the epic games that they have had in the past. Oh my god, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be on match point. We're going to have, in the bottom left, in yellow, it's going to be Stork. In the top right, it will be Bisu. Currently, so far, just to let you guys know, these two players have played 19 times. Bisu has a 10-9 edge. So if Stork gets a win, we're going to go back to 50-50. This is just a classic rivalry. Certainly the best PvP rivalry of our time. This is just absolutely ridiculous. They have met several times in best of 3s, best of 5s. Just going through in the GOM TV MSL, Bisu took Stork down 3 games to 2. In the Ever OSL 2007, Stork took down Bisu 3 games to none. In the Incruit OSL 2008, Stork took down Bisu 2 games to 1. And let's see what else we got. It looks like WCG Korea, Bisu took down Stork 2 games to none, and I assume that that's a best of 3. Could have also been one from like the group stages, and that not. But looks like that was probably a best of 3 as well. But yeah, definitely these two guys are just have some epic games. If you haven't had a chance to go watch some of their games, like just if you're ever in the mood for like PvP, just type in like Stork Bisu and just look up some of these games. There's a bunch of these that like went like 20-30 minutes. Easy, and we're just mass epics, tons of reavers. Both these guys, for some reason, I don't know why, but I have noticed that these two guys generally go, when they play against each other, there's usually a lot of reaver play. So I'm going to assume that again. Both of them playing pretty standard. No one's going to have any shenanigans against each other. Too much respect to do too much massive cheese like that. But yeah, pretty standard by both players. Although Bisu's assimilator is slightly late for no real reason. Not really sure. His assimilator is just a couple seconds later than Stork's. Yeah, I have no idea why. But that doesn't really make doesn't really make any difference to be honest. And Stork looks like he's going to be a little cheater here, not going to produce an early Zal, just going to go straight for that Cybernetics guard. Whereas Bisu is going to produce that early Zal, going to be a little bit more safe. He's getting him as anti-mana pylon and a Zealot as well. So yeah, as long as Bisu's early Zealot doesn't do any pressure, that is an advantage for Stork. And Bisu actually getting a little pylon, getting a mana pylon here, like the annoyance that he is. He's so good at being just an absolute pain in everyone's butt. And since Stork did not get that early Zealot, it's gonna take even longer for him to take down this pylon. And that's one of the risks you take when you do that. Although it looks like Bisu is willing to cancel that pylon, just canceling it, just getting most of his minerals back, and yeah, good play by him, just getting most of his minerals back and just being an annoyance. And he looks like he might be going for it again, and is he gonna get it? Not gonna get it. The Zealot is now out for Stork, and that's gonna make mana pyloning very difficult. There it is. The mana pylon is back up, but it's not gonna have too much success with 3 probes and a Zealot pressing at it. He's gonna have to cancel that as well. Just another annoyance. Just being as much of a pain as he possibly can in the Bisu way. The Bisu probe being a Bisu probe, being a pain in everyone's butt, as he's so good at doing, and it's gonna get cancelled right there, and all the probes go back to mining. It's always been debatable how useful the mana pylons are. If nothing else, they're annoying, and they can throw you off your game. So you know that is something that even that little thing can help. And when you catch something like 3 probes, like Bisu did there, you know that probably you do end up coming out at least a little bit ahead. So yeah, and yeah, haven't seen the tech go down for either player. Too much scouting still going on. The probes for both players still alive. Both of these players know how important it is that these probes stay alive. If you lose your probe early, you can really go at a huge disadvantage. Your probe should not die until the Dragoon comes out, as it has for Bisu. And Stork's probe is going to go down here, falling down at pretty much the appropriate time. And Stork should be able to do the same to Bisu's. We haven't seen Bisu's probe yet. It might have already died. We got a Citadel of Adun. So Bisu's going to be a cheesy noob. Going to throw down a Citadel of Adun. Going to be going for DTs. And Stork, what is Stork doing? We haven't seen his tech yet. Come on, Stork. Oh no! Stork's going for a Nexus! Oh no! Stork, you need to get an observatory up as well. Oh noes, and the probe's gonna see this too. Oh noes, oh noes. Ah, Stork, some bad play by Stork, allowing that probe to see it, and a bad game of tic-tac-toe as well, and that he's probably not going to have observers out in time. The Temple Archives is starting right now, and Stork doesn't have even a second gateway, doesn't have a robotic facility, doesn't have a forge, doesn't have anything. Rut-row, that's all I gotta say, Rut-row, SpaghettiOs. Rut-row. There's the robotics facility, but the observers are probably not going to be out in time. Bisu's going to be able to take down at least some probes, and probably, yeah, it's going to be close. It's going to be very, very close once you factor in travel time. He's going to be able to do some damage at least. And it looks like Stork's trying to push in here a little bit with 3 Dragoons. Not really enough to do too much dead to Bisu, as Bisu did just figure out how many Dragoons there really were. It was like, what? You're trying to push in with that? You got nothing. It looks like Bisu's also going to try and take his natural expansion as well. At this time, and Stork throwing up a couple gateways. He can macro up a few more gateways a little bit earlier, just because he's going to have that economic advantage, getting that base up and running earlier. But DTs are going to be out so soon. Oh, DTs are going to be out. And is there going to be an observer in time? Where is the observatory? We saw the robotics facility warping in, and is there an observatory? There it is. Is it going to be in time? It's going to be close. It's going to be so close. That observatory has to warp in. Then the observer has to be constructed. The DTs are out and on the way. This is going to be epically close. Epically close. And that probe getting killed before can even see the shadows of the DT. So yeah, he doesn't have any idea this is coming, Stork. But he is producing that observer, so as long as that observer comes out in time, and it's gonna be awfully close, he's gonna be okay. And I actually think it's gonna be in time. I think he's gonna be in time. I think those DTs will get there at about the same time as the observer pops. He'll have a few seconds while that observer is in transit to do some damage. Not very likely. And Stork now sees the shadows of those DTs, and there should be an observer almost out. The DTs are wandering into the base now, and Stork just needs to follow them around and wait for that observer to come. And there's the observer. Come on, Stork, turn around with that observer. There you go. And almost able to pick off one, but it's more important that he gets back to his main and picks off this Dark Templar that's getting kills. And there it is. There's the observer. Gonna pick off this Dark Templar very easily. Yeah, I think those DTs probably combined for maybe 4 or 5 kills, 4 kills tops. Not very much damage there. The DT wandering into the natural again. Probably going to get one more, maybe? No, not even able to get that one kill, and that DT is going to go down. So Stork defending that DT rush very, very well, doing a fantastic job of it. And yeah, a big advantage for Stork now. He's got his second gas up and running. He's got his he's got his tech going. He's got his Citadel up, so he's not gonna be too far behind in terms of Templar tech. Bisu might be able to get a couple more Stormers out a little bit early. Should have Storm Research a little bit earlier. But at the same time, Stork's going to have more money. He has the second Assimilator up earlier than Bisu. I don't even know if Bisu was warping it in yet. If they had moved up just a little bit, we could see it wasn't warping in last I saw. Last I was paying attention. And yeah, and Stork's just going to be able to macro up like a beast here. Like a boss. He's just going to macro up. Bisu placing pylons around his base, just watching out for possible shuttle play. Very smart by him, as like I said, both these players tend to go Reavers, but this game we're not. We're gonna skip Reavers entirely, only doing observers and going straight to Templar tech, which means we're gonna see some awesome storms, and storms are always awesome. Everyone loves a good storm. Looks like Bisu actually saw this observer as it was moving through his base, so that's unfortunate. So Stork's probably gonna lose that observer as soon as Bisu has another observer pop out. There it is. Bisu's probably just going to collect that observer and take down Bisu's, or take down Stork's. And Stork's actually placing down pylons outside of his base, trying to be a little bit more creative and get even earlier scouting information with those pylons. Of course, those pylons are now at risk. Should Bisu move across the map, he could take several of those down with minimal effort. We've got a couple DTs. We've got a Stormer out as well for Stork. We got a Forge coming up, so we're going to see some upgrades for both these players' Forges coming up. So pretty much very close on the tech builds. Both these players very, very close, but Stork does have that base up a little bit earlier, and that's about the only difference so far is that, and that's even that little bit is definitely important, that Stork has that economy going just a little bit earlier and didn't really have to pay too much for it. So a little bit of advantage for Stork for sure. And it looks like he's actually going to try and sneak in a third base at the 6 o'clock position. If he can do that, geez, if he can do that, that is That would just be huge if he can sneak that in. We do have a shuttle, probably with DTs would be my guess, although Bisu did see that shuttle, probably even saw what was loaded into it just because Bisu's, you know, because he's Bisu. So, yeah, that shuttle could have Storm Drop, could have DT Drop, could be either or. And we got a bunch of things warping in Bisu's base. Don't know if any of those are cannons. Probably, maybe one of those is maybe a cannon right by the Nexus. Could just be pylons or something. But, not a big deal right now. And the Observer for Bisu, seeing this push coming out, but now Stork's Observer coming in range, going to pick off Bisu's Observer. And, yeah, Stork with that shuttle. Where is he going to go with that shuttle? Is he going to go for a storm drop at the natural? Is he going to go for a drop at the main? What is in there? I don't even know what's in there. I don't even know if it's DTs or HTs. It's, yeah, could be either. And it looks like he's going right in between. And no, Stork, bad Stork, bad Stork. Oh, Stork's going to lose that shuttle. Oh, Stork loses the shuttle. Oh, and whatever was in there, he saw it. Yeah. Got that little head shake from Stork, the Stork head shake, like, why did I do that? You gotta go in there with your Observer first, gotta see what's in there, especially when your Observer was so close. And it looks like Bisu's going for a third base at the mineral only there.